Okay, y'all. Jamie Foxx has entered the building. Now Jamie Foxx is on the list, y'all. And they're saying that he's been on the list. And it makes you wonder, all this stuff about P. Diddy trying to take his life and this and that and that and this and him, somebody giving him something that he didn't know, why he ended up in the hospital fighting for his life and this and that and this. Makes you wonder, was this tied to this mess too? I'm just saying, y'all. A lot of people kept saying P. Diddy them name kept coming up in the situation with Jamie Foxx. I'm just saying. Anyway, we about to talk about it, y'all. We are about to talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So Jamie Foxx has entered the building, y'all. He wanted to pay somebody to do something strange for a little piece of change, y'all. Now, of course, he's not being accused of, popping out that pack of whacker yet. Okay, y'all? They got 3,000 files to go through. But, y'all, he offered, y'all. I guess his bid wasn't high enough. I don't know. Okay, y'all? But he was putting his bids in to get some of that cootie cat or backdoor, whatever you want to, whatever he's into. I don't know. But word on the street, he put a bid in to buy somebody, y'all. This is what they saying. This is what they saying. Now, this ain't no different than a lot of guys that's out here in these streets doing in the first place. What makes it so bad is he's on this list. This guy is tied to underage. If you hanging around these guys, just saying, if you hanging around Epstein, and they bring in somebody, it depends on what they like. They could bring in a little, spaghetti string person come in. And, they got bidders for that. They could bring in somebody that's thick. And they got bidders for that. But if they were underage, the question is, would Jamie Foxx and them bid on them? That's the question. If you hanging around these type of people, does that automatically make you be like these type of people? They said birds of a feather flocks together, y'all. That's what they say. And if that's true, if he bidded on this person, because this is what they're saying. This is the story that's coming out right now, y'all. Jamie Foxx was out here bidding on folks, y'all. Word on the street. I'll take that one. And I'll let her know I'll give her a bunch of money if she swing it this way. This is what he was doing. Now, if these are the type of people that you are around and they're known for traffic to the king, little ones, ask yourself this question. Are we going to run into Jamie Foxx, more information about Jamie Foxx? We're already hearing it about P. Diddy and Jay-Z. And other people too. Oh, the mansion guy, what's his name? Maryland Mansion. Oh, his scary self. Ooh. Him? Are y'all serious? And I'm going to ask y'all this question, y'all. Out of all these administrations that had this paperwork, all the administrations that then came before Trump and after, that had this information, had access to this stuff, it was hidden for all of these presidencies. Hidden. And it come out in this presidency, even though he is in there too. Ask yourself this question. And I have to say this. You think about P. Diddy and the security guards. You think about the security guards that's now telling everything. And the only way that they could tell everything was to get in good and be around this situation. And, longevity, y'all. They were able to come out, Look at P. Diddy's security guard that's on all over social media, doing videos after videos after videos, talking about what he did, what he saw, what he did, what he that. Ask yourself this question. Seriously. Couldn't have Trump hid this stuff like everybody else? Couldn't he? Is he the reason that they're being released? Is he? Ask yourself this question. Did he not care about implementing his own self just to let everybody else get implemented too? Ask yourself this question. Or was he forced to do it? Because I don't see him being forced to do this. He put his own FBI people in that office that had access to this. Just think about last year. Think about who was the president last year, y'all. Well, before the new election. Why didn't any of these people put this out then? Ask yourself this question. Now, we were promised that they were going to be released for this election, and they was. All beforehand, they were buried. Is this why Trump knows so much about the Epstein stuff? I'm just saying. Because he was around it. There's some people have to be around it to tell their story. Now, I don't know if he was in there chasing people around the table, because Lord have mercy, I got a video today. And it was Epstein chasing little ones around the table. Chasing them around the table like he playing a game. And like kids play chasing each other. He was chasing these little ones, y'all. And they were blotting out their faces and stuff. And he was having the time of his life chasing these little girls, y'all. What had to be done for these to be released? Why were they not released sooner? I noticed something about a lot of these calls that came in and complaints and claims that came in. A lot of them that came in, word on the street is, y'all, they didn't call the police. They called straight to the FBI. They skipped the middleman. You know why? Because it's probably police officers that were paid to look the other way. And they knew it too. Do y'all remember in the one of the documentaries or whatever you want to call it that they did on R. Kelly? Do y'all remember them saying that soon as the parents, called the police and told them or whatever that they put in a complaint that R. Kelly had their daughters and they was on their way over to R. Kelly's house or whatever. Do y'all remember the police got off the phone with the people that put the complaint in and called R. Kelly and told him, you better do something because the parents is on their way? They were there to warn him. The calls came to them. They called R. Kelly. Do y'all remember that? Is this why, y'all, that nobody called the police? They were just straight calling the FBI. And look at here. It looks like the police wasn't going to do nothing and the feds didn't do nothing either, unless they were just building cases. They were building cases? Or were they letting these people get away with it? Because look at these many years. They pulling up stuff from 1990s, y'all. We in 2026 now. They pulling up stuff from 1990s. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Why was all this stuff stashed away and nothing being done about it? How many people had to put in a complaint for you all to do something about it? 3,000 files, y'all. Look at when they opened that phone situation thing, the little hotline for P. Diddy. Look at when they opened it up, how many lawsuits came from that. Why does it have to stack up? If it's regular, everyday modes and you call the police or the feds on somebody, something gets done right away. Why is it that these celebrities get, I'm just saying, y'all, slap on the wrist every single time? Now, this person that brought up Jamie Foxx, she said she never actually met Jamie Foxx. She never met him. She never saw him in person. And there was no interaction or encounter with him. But word on the street is he was interested. And he put in a bid. He put in an offer. He said he would give her a lot of money, y'all. This is what he said. In that same account, the person claimed she was informed that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending time with her in 2004 or 2005. Sir Ivan Wilczek hosted a party where Jeffrey Epstein was, okay? Sammy Sosa, Donald Trump was in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door at the party. Carlin met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma for a modeling job. This person thinking they about to get a modeling job. Sounds familiar, y'all? We've been hearing some Diddy stories and drip drop stories and all of this stuff. The people were promised jobs, just like P. Diddy little drip drops. Reaching out to people, promising them a job. They get there, and that ain't what they called them there for. Okay, y'all? They sold this person to a man in France. To a man in France. This model was sold to. Let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You came here for a modeling job. Don't go back home broke. Let me give you something. Several women were being auctioned, y'all. Auctioned. And some of them didn't even know what they were even there for. I don't know. They just end up in a place where people was auctioning them out. Y'all, you only usually see this type of stuff in movies. People are actually coming out saying that this was their life. And a woman possibly known as Colette, LNU, was the madam. Did I just say another female just got mad? And it's crazy. They doing wrong. This is crazy. They doing wrong. But then they turn around and get mad if somebody cheat them out their money and this and that and this. Didn't Sweetie or somebody just have a madam? I'm just saying, y'all. Didn't she just have one? And she messed around and one of the clients fell in love with Sweetie. So they cut the madam out of the money and it was all over the internet. I said, Lord have mercy. This is like the police pulling you over. And I'm just saying, y'all, you got street pharmacy stuff on you. You got some of it missing. And you tell the police, wait a minute. When they pull it out, wait a minute, that's all I got. I'm supposed to have more than that. Somebody didn't rob me. Can I put in a complaint? Don't take me to jail. I gotta complain on somebody else for stealing some of my stuff. This makes just as much sense as this right here, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. A couple of years later, caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York. And she told one of Sancho's friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and that he'd pay her a lot of money. This is just one story, y'all. Ask yourself this question. Are we going to run into another story that somebody actually got paid for the mingle tingle with Jamie Foxx? And then the second question is, how old was that person? Boy, oh boy, y'all shit is hitting the fan. This election around this time, oh my goodness. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: if Kamala would have won, this would have never came out. I know it's bloggers out here and they coming for Trump and this and that and this. I know that. I know. Okay, I'm sitting back. I'm paying attention to the stuff. I don't have a lot to say because I do know that a lot of this stuff that's coming out would not have came out if, somebody else was in office. Now, a lot of people is saying that Trump and Clinton used to be close. They not close no more. And he's snitching on them, but, by letting all this stuff out. But if you promise this stuff to people during an election, is he just coming through with what he said he was going to do? Release these files? Because this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. What's going on right now? Did you have to talk a certain type of way to be around certain people? Did you have to act like you was down for whatever? Just so you can be around and just even see this lifestyle? Even if you didn't approve of it. Not saying that Trump didn't approve of it. Okay, y'all? Because I do believe I think he had a good old time with hanging around these people. Okay? We're hearing all kind of stuff. But we also hearing that a lot of people, they lie. Especially during election time. They will put people in situations just so they can lose the election and this and that, this. But if you go to, tickets page and you listen to some of the audio that he's playing, Trump is on there talking, y'all. They got his conversations being recorded, y'all. Makes you wonder who recorded them. Because there had to be somebody in that inner circle. So is Trump telling on people and letting their stuff out the bag, and then people letting his stuff out the bag? You was with them, huh? So you want to talk about us? We got something on you too, because these recordings have to come from somewhere, and somebody is leaking them. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna ask y'all in the comment section, and I'm not trying to be biased about anything, but I want to know how you all feel about this. Do you think that under anybody else, this stuff would have came out? Do you think that, Trump is the reason that these things are being released? They even fired a lot of feds, y'all. A lot. Were those feds that they fired? Just ask yourself this question. Were they the ones that was hiding all this information? Were they the ones? The ones that were fired before he put in a whole new administration of FBI and another person over the FBI to Patel. Think about it, y'all. Think about it long and hard. Did he feel like the things that, he was accused of were not true, or it wasn't bad as everybody else's, so he rather release it than not release it? I see this is shaking the table, y'all. It's so much stuff coming out right now, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's sad on so many levels. People that, you grew up watching on TV and movies and TV series and all of this stuff, and people looked up to, and, Jamie Foxx always been a turncoat to me. I just feel like if he was with anybody of color or whatever, he would offer them some money, but never would he have one on his arm that he would be serious about. So to me, that's all he ever wanted on his arm was a white woman. I'm just saying. I don't know what race this person was that put this story out. I don't know. But I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't be surprised if she was black. And then she just could have been somebody really, really pretty that he just was like, "Ooh, I want to, spend some time with her." But my God, y'all. You going to another person to shoot your shot and ask them, not actually shoot somebody, y'all. Got to take that out of there. But I'm just saying. You go to another person and you tell them, "I want her. Can you hook it up and let her know I got a lot of money?" Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. According to one unverified account included in the files, a person who described herself as a victim told federal investigators, that she was taken to New York and told she would be auctioned to wealthy and powerful men. Y'all, you can't make this up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They saying so far there is no claim in the documents that Jamie Foxx took part in any activity met the individual, or even knew about the situation. Mm-mm-mm. The documents are made up of raw, unverified reports collected by federal authorities over many years. They include secondhand claims, hearsay, tips, allegations that were never investigated or substantiated. Y'all, why were they never investigated? Why were they never investigated? What do they think they call the feds for? So y'all can do your homework on it and see what's going on with this person, and take some action. Not bury it under a pile of files and never get back to it until years and years and years later. Like I said, some of this stuff happened in the 1990s, y'all. This is sad. This is sad on so many levels. And it ain't the fact that he wanted to, spend some money and have some time with her or whatever. But it's the fact that you are in this inner circle of people that is basically selling little ones, y'all. Selling them. Throwing parties, putting them on tables, putting fruits around them, all kind of stuff they've been doing, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. And were they not investigated because these were celebrities? Before they took this guy out, allegedly, because a lot of people, I hear stories and I'm seeing pictures and people sending me stuff. I don't know if they AI or not. But some people saying this man ain't even gone. That was a whole made up story. And he living somewhere, living his best life out. His last days out. This is what I've been hearing. Stuff. I just don't post that stuff up. Because there's so much AI stuff going around that you don't know. But maybe this is why they wanted to bring AI out. So that if you did see people that they claimed, these elites, that, oh, he's gone now, just so he could get freed from jail. Is this why they wanted to push this AI so bad? So they could be like, it's AI. That ain't really him, but it's really him. Ask yourself this question, y'all. It's some weird stuff going on right now, y'all, in our world. And this AI stuff ain't making it no better. At first I was like, it's new technology for people to learn, blah, blah, blah. But no, this stuff that's going on right now with this AI stuff and putting people face on stuff and making them look like they did stuff and this and that and this. This not good, y'all. There are already a whole bunch of people in prison that was in there for doing stuff they didn't do. How many is going to be in there now for doing stuff they didn't do? Because they're going to be putting these AI pictures together. And then if you don't have a professional, good enough to say this is an edit, and they just don't even know if it's an edit or not, what are you going to do? Spend years in jail of something you didn't even do? Y'all, shit is hitting the fan right now. In every direction that you're going, it's just something here, something there, something here, something there. Why in the world would you have 3 million files and accusations on people that a lot of people is putting accusations on? And these accusations are not being investigated. Why? Why, y'all? It's sad and it's crazy on so many levels. Look at Kanye West right now. Did he marry that female that he's with now? I think he married her. Do you see how he's prancing her around? Do you see people coming out saying that they're offering to do threesomes with other people in Kanye West? It's like he's out here big gimping his own wife. He got her walking around half, in a birthday suit, majority of the time. Somebody that you call yourself love that's supposed to be your wife? DJ Vlad, whatever his name, he's taking auctions of who's next. And he's getting away with this. He's doing the same thing. And they're doing this to their wives, y'all. And he's making a lot of money off of sit back watching his wife with other men. And making offers to people on social media. He made an offer to Blueface, y'all. to Blueface. He wanted to sit back and watch Blueface get it in with his wife. This world we're living in is Sodom and Gomorrah all day long, y'all. It is. And it's sad that this type of stuff is going on. It really is. And I feel a certain type of way about men that are black and they act like black women are contagious to them. It's one thing to have a preference, but it's just it rocks a lot of people's world when every time they get money, this is all they do is run to another race. And if they do see a beautiful black woman or something like that, it's I'll offer her some money, but I ain't trying to get, I ain't trying to stay in no relationship with them. But I'll pay for to hit it. It's weird to me, y'all, the things that's going on right now. This stuff is crazy. All I have to say about this is if Jamie Foxx was out here buying folks, eventually they're going to get to the truth. They're going to get down to the nitty gritty about it. Eventually they are. And if they do find some more paper, because they found some more stuff on Jay-Z, as they digging through it, and people are going through it with a fine-tooth comb. I think this is another reason why they probably are releasing it to social media. Because they know they're going to have people that got time. They got time to go through every page. I get tired of reading all that stuff, y'all. I ain't going to lie. I be like, want to just get down to the nitty-gritty of what they talking about. I get tired of reading. But there are some people out here that like it. They want to read. I don't have time for it all the time. I don't. But I do believe that that's why they released it to social media. So that people can go dig and dig and dig. And they going, whatever the feds didn't even feel like going through looking at their own self. Somebody's going to bring it to the internet. And they're going to discuss it with everybody. Just like everybody's doing right now. Everybody's taking its and bits and pieces and certain pages out of it. And they're going through it with a fine-tooth comb. And they're coming on social media and they're talking about this stuff. And then everybody else opens up that panel for everybody to talk about it. And the more disgusting that the stuff that's on here is, and the more people that come out that's in this inner circle, they're getting some dirt on them too. And just because, Jamie Foxx didn't get a chance to, bid higher for her than anybody else, because somebody else must have came with a higher bid, because he didn't get her, it doesn't make him innocent if this is true. It don't make him innocent. I tell you that. Even though he didn't get his meet and greet. Okay, y'all? He still looks bad in this situation. And it makes you wonder, like I said, think about the timing. Think about all the people that's on that list. I put a list up the other day. Yeah, it's yesterday. And I put that list up and think about Young Money, and they were on there. And think about Young Money them for a second. Did they try to take Lil Wayne out? How do we not know why they really wanted to take Lil Wayne out? We heard it was about money in his label. But what if, y'all, it has something to do with what he knows? Kanye West, life was in danger. He came out and said, Jay-Z, don't send your goons at him. Don't send your hitters at him. That's what he said. Jamie Foxx, they said somebody tried to take his life. He's on the list. R. Kelly, they did try to take his life a couple times. Oh, and I got some news on R. Kelly too, y'all. That situation too. I got some more news on that. I'll do another video on it. When I tell y'all that this is deeper than what people think, Aaliyah started hanging out with these people, seeing what they was all into and stuff like that. She started trying to pull away from them. She just wanted it to be her and, Damon Dash and go on and live her life and make her money. She started pulling away from the team. And she got taken out, y'all. She wasn't willing to play ball. She wanted to be around the in crowd. She did. She hung out with these people. But when she saw something that she didn't like, Aaliyah was allegedly pulling away from these people. Word on the street. She's gone. Poe left had left the country when she started hanging around these groups of people. She left the country to go and find herself. And she still passed away. And before she passed away, they had her scared out of her mind, y'all. She didn't want to show up to certain dates for certain this and that. She wouldn't, 11/11, she wouldn't go do nothing on 11/11. 1/11, she didn't want to go do nothing. She was trying to live, get far away from the gematria that these demons were living by. She was very, very skeptical about showing up places, numbers, dates, stuff like that. Left out, found out some stuff, y'all. It scared the crap out of her. And the only thing that she could do was get away. She wanted to get away. Look at all that money that she was offered. All those years that, TLC now was cheated out of money and this and that and that and this. Finally, when the doors opened for them to make money, you remember in the movie, she didn't want to be a part of the group anymore. And the group couldn't understand why. Why is it that we finally get, our money is getting right, and now she's messing the group up? Was she messing the group up on purpose, or was she trying to get the F up out of there, away from these Hollywood people? Did she finally figure it out that these were demons in the industry? And she didn't want no part in it anymore. Remember she was saying she was going to go solo and all of this stuff? She probably wasn't even caring about going solo like that. She was trying to get away from everybody. Then at the same time, she was recording her life and where she was at and where she was going. And she was telling everybody all the business, even though she was getting away. They still got to her, y'all. They still got to her. This is some crazy stuff that's going on with these people in this industry. And everybody that's anybody that has some type of attempt on their life or something, they're on that list. Well, they're going to just get rid of everybody that was around them that might tell. Let's go over the list of people that their life was in danger. Or, Jamie Foxx. If something came up, do you all think that Jamie Foxx would snitch? I do. Jamie Foxx done got used to living that, house ninja life. Okay? He ain't trying to go to nobody's jail for being around the wrong people. You think he won't tell? They said they've been investigating these people for years. You think he wouldn't tell, y'all? If the police or the feds showed up at his door and told him, well, we got, information that you were at this party and blah, 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 and you witnessed blah, blah, blah. You think Jamie Foxx wouldn't tell y'all? I think he would. You think Lil Wayne will go to jail for somebody? I don't think Lil Wayne want to go to jail for his own stuff, less known to go for being around, people doing the wrong things. Could that have been why his life was at stake? R. Kelly. Do y'all think that he was going to tell on him? He had just sued Jay-Z, and he won the lawsuit, y'all. He sued Jay-Z for $75 million. But they settled out of court, and nobody ever knew what money that he got. But he won. He already saw that they didn't like him. They was full of shit because they was doing the same thing he was doing. You think R. Kelly would have told on him? Because word on the street. He telling now. Look how many times they didn't try to come at R. Kelly. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Kanye West. Why out the blue would Kanye West be a target? He said, don't send your hitters at me. This is what he said, y'all. This is what he told Jay-Z. Why? Because of what he know too? I can imagine them showing off for each other. And if this is what they were into, buying somebody that they can do dirty, just think about what each one of them know about each other. Think about that for a second, y'all. Okay? It's getting deep out here in these streets. For real, for real. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about Jamie. Let me know what y'all think. Okay? Let me know what y'all think about Mr. Jamie Foxx. Because people is letting him off the hook. But how are you off the hook, really? When y'all watch the movies about masters and slaves, and people being sold, y'all, think about that. Think about a room full of youngins. I'll just say that. Room full of them. And people auctioning them off. Auctioning them off, y'all. Think about that for a second. Ain't it similar? Somebody can buy you and do whatever they want to you. You can't walk out the room and say you don't like what they're doing to you. You got to take it. Take that, take that. Ain't that a Diddy little anthem? This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.